ചെയ്തു. ഒരു പ്രധാന കാര്യം മറന്നു. വയർ സേഫ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ
അതിനാൽ പോളിക്യാബ് മാക്സിമ പ്ലസ് 5-in-1 ഗ്രീൻ ഷീൽഡ് ടെക്നോളജി ഫോർ എക്സ്ട്രാ സേഫ്റ്റി. പോളിക്യാബ് മാക്സിമ പ്ലസ് ഗ്രീൻ വയർ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളെ സുരക്ഷിതമാക്കുന്നു.
വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു മഹാനായ മഹാബലിതമ്പുരാൻ. ഓണത്തേരിൽ കുതിച്ചോടാ. ഭൂമിയിലേക്ക് ഇറങ്ങി വന്നാൽ അവിടെ പുലികൾ കാത്തിരിപ്പുണ്ട്. വള്ളംകളി, കഥകളി, വെള്ളത്തിൽ കളി എന്നുവേണ്ട സകല രാജകീയ കളികളും ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. രാജാവേ, ഈ ഓണത്തിന് വണ്ടർലായിലേക്ക് വരൂ. മൈൻഡ് ബ്ലോൺ ആകൂ.
बने हैं तीसरे नॉर्वेजियन जो ISL में मशक्कत.
You can't come back on for 30 seconds and then he waved him back on, so that's interesting.
Noah. Sahif. Beautiful footwork. Pass just lacking a little bit of composure.
And that's upper body strength as well there. Suresh Mete just showing the experience that he'd learned from last season. Gets his body in the way of the ball and the man, then just shepherds it behind. Got away with that, didn't he, Saif? Then just tucks it a little bit too hard, and there you can see the physicality coming in from Suresh Mete, just holding off. This is the second time that Punjab have taken an age to take a goal kick.
Interesting to see as well what Panos Paris provides the Indian Super League, and a challenge for the Blasters. Rahul KP was looking for that pass for Noah, and then Ayman with a shot first time.
Just didn't catch it, did he? Just scuffed it into the floor, but I tell you what, it was nearly the perfect pass for Noah Saduri, who just peeled off, and it's a great run from him. Nice touch from Rahul KP, but it's just that pass there. The ball stuck slightly under his feet. Good defending in the end again from Suresh Mete, who seems to be a bit of a magnet at the moment.
Had a decent partnership with Hatzisayas last term. Now the new man is Novoselic. Pass was wanting. Good to see Freddie back on the pitch as well in midfield. Vidal delivers it towards Pakenga. Pritam Kota was marking him.
That's the experience that Pritam Kota brings. Couldn't get in the lineup last year under Ivan Vukomanovic, so has obviously proved himself pre-season here for Mikael Stare.
He took a tumble, instantly on his feet. Novoselic.
Yeah, clash of heads. He'll be fine, but he's a big, tough defender, isn't he? That's just get on with it. That's what he wants to do. Just needed that few seconds to compose himself. Let's not forget that there is the concussion rule now as well. If there is a clash of heads and a player can be substituted with a concussion substitution, we'll obviously tell people when it happens throughout the season, but it's just there so that everybody knows and it's in the minds, because the opponents get one extra substitution as well then.
A sizable stints at a couple of clubs in Greece for Dylan Paris, but returning to the top level after a flurry of academy roles. Really good way to come back to the top level with this challenge against the Blasters.
Just not clicking, is it, right down on that right-hand side just at the moment.
A lot of first team players or starters left on the bench tonight by Stare. Mohammad Azhar, Danish, Vibin as well. Jesus Jimenez will have to wait for his debut.
And no Pandita either.
Not even in the squad. That local talent pool still very evident on the bench.
No, I know. It's a half-decent five-a-side team there.
Sliced away. Not what he wanted. Merzliak. Clipped from behind by Ayman.
Well, chance here now. Let's see a little bit of quality, because that's been lacking so far in the game. Did just get caught and got clipped. Merzliak just showing that the desire and passion to get to that ball after he just jinked through, just got caught. Now the question is will Vidal go for goal, or will he just try and hang one up?
Bakenga, clear target man. Pulga Vidal has a very talked about delivery. It's beautifully placed. Right on that edge of 6-yard area.
Novoselic wasn't a million miles away from that, and would have attacked it with everything he had there as well.
Petra. Enough on it for Ayman. Noah to one side. In went Suresh. Twice now that Noah could have been slipped in, once by Rahul KP, once by Ayman. Here's Nihal Sudesh.
I don't think he was going to get that one. You were telling me how quick you were a little bit earlier on, Paul. I don't think you'd have kept that one in. There it is again, that ball into the box. He's absolutely thrown himself at that. Good challenge, good defending. Yet again, the magnet. Well, we're going to give him that nickname, Suresh Mehte, because he's been involved in everything defensively for Punjab.
Well played between Ayman and Noah. He throws himself into the challenge, Noah. Punjab have managed these opening minutes very capably.
Yeah, they have. They look comfortable, to be fair. They look very calm and comfortable. I think I expected a little bit more from the Blasters, if I'm being completely honest. Correct decision from the referee there. Just a little nudge on the ground, catching Sahif. Lovely bit of skill as well there from Mohamed Ayman.
First game in Kochi, there's always some jitters.
Well, some players aren't used to playing on the big stage and the big occasion, and usually it's jam-packed with 35,000 fanatical fans, and they really do get behind their side down there in Kochi.
Rahul KP. Again, the challenge coming in very quickly.
It's interesting, Abhishek was playing right back last year, and they dropped him in there with his bleached blonde hair, and now has gone back to au natural and has dropped in on the left-hand side. I did like Lundin last year, though. He got injured and that didn't help his cause, and then couldn't get back into the team.
Rahul. Focused on the flick, but couldn't catch much on the cross.
Now, that was the difficult part, wasn't it? Trying to keep possession, and then because it was so extravagated over the top there, that little flick, just trying to get past his man and fire it across goal, was just running out of area to deal with, really.
Suresh for Lundin. He's gone with the back four, Mikel Stareb, and most of his career he's played with a 3-4-3.
Maybe he just looked at the players and thinks that he doesn't have the right personnel, or they haven't had enough time to work on that formation. I'm sure it's something they'll be doing in training, because he will look to switch things if you need to have a plan B, you need to have a backup plan. So they will have that in their locker, but he just feels at this precise moment a 4 may be better and stronger for him.
Have received word that they have been trying it in training.
Always. We used to play a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-4, but we'd always play with 3 at the back as well. Just in training, just to get a feel in case a player gets sent off or in case something happens. You have to adapt and adjust on the field of play when you're playing.
The demand to attack heard now across Kochi. Here's Koef. Sahif. Noah. Oh, Binga. Just too much on that for Rahul.
Had too much pace, and he had to do it like that as well, because Abhishek was tracking Rahul back in to try and deal with that. Tell you what though, does it look like the Kerala Blasters are crying out for a Vibin in the middle of the park to just get on the ball and just have that little bit more gumption, that little bit more guile, that little bit more passing, getting involved in it a little bit more? Freddie, I like Freddie as well. He works incredibly hard, but he hasn't got that quality that Vibin has.
You ideally want Noah to be at the end of a pass like this. He's been placed at number 10. Continues to drift to his favoured left side. Seen that happen with FC Goa as well last term, when he was played up front and continued, just kept coming to the left with Manolo Marquez asking him to keep central so many times. It's just that habit. Bakenga. Here's Rahul.
Well, there was nothing further forward, so he's just trying to launch it up there, and he's just saying to his teammates, can you talk to me? I had time to control that and we could have played.
Abhishek. Merzliak. Koef cleaning it up. Here's Nihal.
Tell you what, both sides have not put 5 passes together so far. They haven't. I mean, that's just gone straight back to Sachin, and he's just launched it out. You see the frustration there on Mikel Starry's face. Not happy man, is he? He's not a happy man.
Very animated already on the touchline, Mikel Starry. Took a while arranging his hair in the pre-match interview. Now it's all over the place. Bakenga. Here's Ayman. Koef. Easily seen and taken away by Abhishek. Seems to be as fast as Rahul KP, if not more. Merzliak.
Yep, both sides thinking the ball's art potato at the moment. Just needs somebody to have that little bit of composure. It'll happen, it'll come. I think a goal would just absolutely get the place rocking either way. If it was the Blasters to concede, the fans would get behind their team. if they were to score, then you know what it's like there. The roof comes off the top of the building. Just need to keep the ball a little bit better, both sides.
A lot of expectation riding on Kerala Blasters, just like every season. That's nothing new.
That, you know something, that is absolutely spot on. Every time we speak to anybody, it's Kerala Blasters going to win it. They're going to win it. No questions. They've got the side this year. They've got the team, and it just falls short every time. It'd be great to see them go deep into the top 6 throughout the season.
Nihal stopped in his tracks. Corner though for Punjab. He's looking bright.
Lively. Yeah, exactly. Very, very lively on that left-hand flank. Neil Sudesh. That's the second time he's gone past Sandeep. So he's having a bit of a tough day today in the office.
Another chance now for Vidal to send something into the box. Vidal's ball, Merzliak's attempt.
Yeah, they're in there just trying to get on the end of things. Novoselic was up in there. Merzliak was there as well. They've got some big boys that aren't afraid to go and attack the ball either. Just came off his shoulder, headed it onto his shoulder. He'd be disappointed with that. They'll feel he should have done a little bit better.
They've had the more promising attacks. Punjab.
They've been the better side. They've been the better side. Both sides, as we mentioned, do keep giving the ball away a little bit too much. But, I mean, what now? We're almost at the drinks break. And the expected goals is 0.01 and 0.02. So it tells you where the action's been. It's been in the heart of the middle of the pitch.
Rahul. Goef. Vidal. Balls to Merzliak. In goes Drincic. He gets something on that.
He's dived in though again. He's lunged in. It's a corner, another corner. Just pushed it a little bit too far there. Got the ball, was a corner. Wasn't a foul. Times he needs to stay on his feet though throughout the season. We saw that last year when he went to ground a couple of times and got done.
Merzliak's corner. Drincic got the first touch. Noah collects. Falls to Petra. Just hits Rahul, who keeps going.
Just couldn't thread it through. Noah was there, Ayman was there as well. The ball's just bouncing and bobbling around everywhere. Can we get somebody, please, put your foot on the ball and pass it 10 yards and keep it? It's hectic at the moment, both sides.
We don't mind the good kind of hectic. It's been a slightly sloppy kind of hectic.
Exactly.
Bakenga. Nihal Sudhish. The through ball hitting Preetham Kotal, who was well placed and backtracking. You know what will settle some nerves? A goal.
Didn't need to be a rocket scientist to work that one out, Puller.
Nihal, lots of space down the left for Vidal. And the cross is wanting.
Again, take a touch. everything's just rushed at the moment, and I think that's because it's the first game of the season and it can get to players. The nerves are there. I mean, that's just opened up lovely for them. Vidal had all the time in the world to put his foot on the ball and try and pick someone out. Tried it first time, it went behind, and again it's another turnover in possession.
First drinks break of this game. Lots to talk about for the coaches.
Put the pedal to the floor, let's go! Slide it, and we slide out. Yeah, it's time out, we about to ride out. Yeah, you know how we roll. Put the pedal to the floor, let's go!
The gang is ready to start with a bang. Watch IDFC First Bank India vs Bangladesh starts 19th September. Live on Jio Cinema and Sports 18.
Sure, and you can already see Mikel having a right go with his players, but you can see there a little bit of G'ing up as well coming in from the other coach as well, Panos, just wanting a little bit more from his players. So that's nice to see that he can get animated as well after looking rather cool and calm and collected in that first opening half hour.
It'll be intriguing to watch how Punjab navigate this second season, because in the first one you can get away with acting like the promoted team or being the promoted team. Everybody does not expect too much. Your criticisms will be lighter as well for a promoted side, but now in the second season there's more expectation, there's more seriousness required.
No, there isn't, and again, but you've got to look at what they did last year. They were poor before Christmas, then all of a sudden they got themselves together, they sorted themselves out, and boy oh boy didn't they have a go in that second half of the season. They really took the game to people and they really kicked on. So they've set the level themselves, Palasta. Because if they still had the same team and were still playing the same way, we would say they're going to be poor again. But now the level of expectation, not only from us but also from their fans, has got to be higher.
Nihal takes it away. It's a question of mindset as well.
Another big challenge coming in. Pritam Kotal just standing on the ball and then giving it away. Sandeep tracking all the way back in, and Nihal was lively as ever yet again, but Sandeep to the rescue.
Bakenga. Lungdip. Vidal.
Doesn't look as though he's got that pace, has he? That electric pace. So you're going to have to play the ball into him a little bit more, Vidal. He doesn't like chasing down into those corners. That's the second or third time I've seen him peel into this wide area and look and wants that ball into his feet rather than in behind, because he hasn't got those legs anymore to be able to go and chase that down, and hasn't got the pace to go and get it.
Asmir Suljic is on the bench along with Luka Marchan.
Be interesting to see if he comes on, Luka Marchan. Whether or not he brings him on with Bakenga, that would be nice to see.
What a fearsome trio that was, Wilmar Jordan, Luka Marchan and Mehdi Talal last season. It grew in confidence.
No, it did. But again, that's the difficulty you have with 4 foreign players on the pitch. You've got to be careful what you choose and who you choose.
Noah. Rahul KP annoyed with Abhishek, shows that annoyance and gives away a free kick.
Yeah, but again, what do we talk about when your arms are raised? And you have a look what Rahul KP does here. The arm was up, it was there, the referee saw it, and that's why he blew the whistle.
Here he is, Luka Marchant. And of course, when you have a season like that, the first time with Talal and Jordan, and you're a new team, you do know that trio will be broken up.
Well, you'd like to try and keep them, but that costs a lot of money. And it does cost a lot of money. So again, you can't blame the club for moving on.
Freddie gets a scolding for stopping that quick free kick.
Tell you what, the players have obviously listened. They've obviously had referee coaching before the season. There's not as much haranguing at this precise moment in time, and they are backing away. The referees have to put their foot down with a firm hand right from the start of the season, and we're seeing that this year.
Vidal.
They miss Luna, don't they? They miss Luna. You can just turn around and see that. Look at the passing accuracy, only 59% from Punjab. That's quite low, if I'm being honest, but they've still looked comfortable. I mean, they've not really had a go, Curler Blasters, in the box. Final third entries aren't great, 24, 23, but then they're not getting the ball in the box.
Here's Merzlak. Bakenga loses possession. Here's Noah. Needs players to go slightly wider so he can open his body.
This is how frustrating this game's been. One touch in the opponent's box from both teams. One touch. And that's not for Curler Blasters, that is for Punjab. Just tells you how busy it is in the middle of the park, with each side cancelling each other out.
He's had a chat with the people who are doing the statistics for us, and how if all the numbers are in the middle of the park, it means it's a very tight game. Cross coming in, it was difficult to head it for Ayman.
He's done well, he's got in front of Lungdim. That's the first thing you've got to do as a wide player. You've got to shut that back door, and when that ball gets whipped in, Lungdim just didn't react quickly enough. Ayman just couldn't get enough on it. Just glancing just slightly ahead of him. Does he get a touch at all? Maybe a little hair. But that's probably the best chance of the game. In fact, that is the best chance of the game.
Is that a touch in the opposition's box finally for Kerala Blasters?
I'm going to wait and see if our stat friends turn around and they push the button. I shall let you know in about 10 seconds time. No, it's not. It hasn't been registered.
Pepra wins it. Wonder whether Jesus Jimenez will come on in the second half and change things for the Blasters.
You know what I've said and who I think should come on. I would bring him on as well and give him a chance as well. But I would keep Noah Sadui and I'd put him in a wider position as well, because that's where he can be more effective. You only have to watch his games last year to see and understand how deadly he can be. That hat-trick he scored when he came on as a sub, absolutely amazing from that wide area, and he is working hard for the team.
Most talked about transfer in the off-season.
One of them. I think there are a couple, to be fair, that we've you know, you've got the Anwar Ali situation. That was a lot of people had their tongues wagging over that one. Madi Talal, of course, going to East Bengal. Diamantakos going as well to East Bengal. Pereira Diaz to Bengaluru. Greg Stewart back to Mohan Bagan. Apuya to Mohan Bagan. That's why this season has been so unpredictable, and it is so tough to call this year. It is going to be the toughest season ever in the history of the ISL, without question.
Just confusion between Pepra and Sahif, and the Blasters have lost the ball. Here's Vineet Rai. Nihal. No chance of a handball there.
No. Arms right by his side. It is pec, which is just on the right-hand side of his chest. Nice little ball thrown in there. There you can see Sandeep, hands behind his back, and then just had to extend that chest out just to block it away. But it's another corner, though. Is it a corner? The third one that they've got. No corners yet for... Oh, it's a throw in right in the corner. So it's just a throw in. Look at how deep everybody's dropped. They haven't got an outlet. Now you saw there Kwame Pepra, who's supposed to be the striker, was right back there defending, hooks it up the line, and he's standing next to Noah Sadoui. There's no outlet at the moment for the Blasters.
Sahif with the most duels won. There's Merzliak. Deflected, but Drincic was there. Nikhil Prabhu. Vidal.
Again, it's Punjab that are pushing forwards and trying to press as much as they can, keeping the Blasters away from their goal.
Merzliak doesn't get the free kick. Vineet Rai. Need more bodies in the box, especially if they're getting into those crossing positions, Punjab. Don't be shy.
Just had a look at the average positions from our friends that give us all the stats, and there are a lot more players from Punjab in the opponent's half than the Blasters.
Nihal. Couple of step overs, Nihal. And almost fell back to him. Important touch from Ayman as well to take it away from Vidal.
Been a proper live wire so far this first half, hasn't he, Nihal Sudesh?
Mohammedan Sporting play their first Indian Super League game tomorrow against North East United, fresh from the Durand Cup trophy winning campaign. One Pedro Banali, he must be raring to go. And so will the Mohammedan Sporting fans. Merzliak.
It's not the most effective clearance in the world, that one there from Ayman, but they've got away with it, the Blasters. I think it's been a frustrating first 45 minutes for Kerala Blasters.
Vineet Rai. Bakenga is offside. It was a wonderful finish, though.
How close is that one? He doesn't think he was offside there. The little wag of the finger from Bakenga tells you all you need to know. Great run from Vineet Rai, and there he just gone that fraction early. Tell you, it was close. Sandeep was just that little bit higher up the field of play. I think that's the correct decision. He's not happy, but it is the correct decision. There's no question about that.
It was so well taken that if it had gone in, you would probably want him on your ISL fantasy team. If you don't have one, make it. Scan the code right now. Do it.
Might have to sign him.
Interesting game in case you're making your team, especially with Punjab players on show. Vineet Rai. Vidal just stepped on the ball.
Did just a miscontrol. He's been working hard. You can see his shirt is absolutely drenched with sweat, but it's just not happened for him today. And sometimes that happens but you've just got to keep plugging away and you've just got to keep going. And that's exactly what Pulga Vidal is doing.
I wonder whether there will be changes at half-time. And Mikel Stare will not be a happy man. Half-time comes at the right time for them. He needs to speak to his team, needs to point out what they need to do better.
Yeah, we saw yesterday, didn't we, what half-time can do for a team. You turn around, you look at what happened with Chennai. Owen Coyle managed to get his players back in the dressing room, had a few quiet words with them, and all of a sudden, bang, bang, they're back in the game.
Quiet words.
Well, he was screaming and shouting a lot on the touchline, wasn't he?
It was a brilliant comeback, though.
Very good.
He'll be happy. Stare, however, needs to inject some pace. He needs to inject that spark of creativity. He needs to be thinking whether Noah's at the right place at the right time. Easy to win 8-0 in the Durand Cup at times. With all respect, ISL, different matter.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, we heard the coaches talking about pre-season before, and it is just for players' fitness more than anything. Results don't matter. It's what you do, and you put your minutes in the bank for the season now. I'll tell you what, he's gone absolutely nuts there, hasn't he? Panos not happy at all with some of his players not closing down when they should.
Abhishek does well again. He's had a good game at left back. Rahul KP. Merzliak. One takes a tumble. And Sandeep. Had some help from Freddie. Kept in play. Good technique from Noah. Now Koef. Long spell of possession for the Blasters, longest possibly in this game for them. Looking for Noah.
Still no touch in the box for the Kerala Blasters. The referee's just had another little look at his watch. That's going to be about it for the first 45, I think.
That's the end of the first half. Kerala Blasters frustrated. Noah's face says it all. Punjab have looked confident. And they don't look nervous in Kochi, and that can be a problem. Because when you play there, it is not easy. Kerala Blasters have to know that, have to use that, and get going.
No, they do. I think there'll be a few harsh words said at half-time. I think that we'll see a different Kerala Blasters the second 45, that's for sure. That is not the way that he wants to play the game, Mikhail, so he will turn around and he'll have to change something, whether it's the formation or personnel, because he's having a big, long chat there as he's going in with Jesus Jimenez. So we may see him come on in that second 45 minutes. They need to do something. They need a spark in the game. Something has to change for the Blasters.
Some angry scribbles on the tactical board as well from Mikel Stare. As he spoke with Jesus Jimenez, the expectation is that he might come on in the second half. A debut for a new striker. Can that change the game? Second half in Kochi coming up.
It's Gambhir's Test debut again. First Test series as coach. It's India's test, but an exam for Gambhir. Will Rohit and company clear their exams? Watch IDFC First Bank India vs Bangladesh Test series starts 19 September live on Jio Cinema and Sports 18.
Get ready to ignite your passion with Yamaha MotoGP. Feel the rush of speed, the finesse of precision, and the pulse-pounding adrenaline of every race. Yamaha R15 proudly co-presents MotoGP. Watch it exclusively on Chio Cinema. Yamaha R15. We are racing perfection.
The oldest trophy in all of international sport, the America's Cup.
Watch BWF Championship live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.
There's geometry to racing. It all starts at a point. The arcs, the angles, a ballet of speed and strategy. The line between control and chaos. A razor's edge. A spectacle of speed, which ends at the same point. Watch the geometric mastery of racing. Watch MotoGP, only on Geo Cinema.
Put the pedal to the floor, let's go! Slide it, and we slide out. Yeah, it's time out, we about to ride out. Yeah, you know how we roll. Put the pedal to the floor, let's go!
The gang is ready to start with a bang. Watch IDFC First Bank India vs Bangladesh starts 19th September. Live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.
Well, Kerala Blasters are the side with the most number of draws in Indian Super League history. 57 of those. So many of them goalless as well. Let's hope this is not one of those. It does have 0-0 written all over it. We need a change. Something has to change at halftime.
Something's got to change, and when you look at the stats, 16 0-0s they've had, the same number as Chennai. So that would give them record-holding status if they were to get one more. As you can see, just one shot from the Blasters in that first 45 minutes. Punjab will be very, very happy the way that it's gone. But a lot of balls given away. There were 19 interceptions between the both sides, and also a lot of incomplete passes.
Rahul KP was looking bright initially, but they simply could not get the ball to Noah, who's been trying to get into that left channel.
He has, but they haven't had a touch in the box either. That's very frustrating and disappointing. That shot from Ayman coming from about 25 yards away, that's as close as they went there when Rahul KP was trying to get him round the back. But look, when Noah's come, he's dropped into that wide area again, trying to look for that crossfield ball. But this was their best chance and the best opportunity of the game, really. Whipped in, and Ayman just couldn't get his head to it.
There is a way to use Noah. You can't have him do everything. He's not a Luna. You need to have a specific task for him. He can't be left, right, centre. Is there a case there?
Yes. I'd like to see him just drift out into that wide area. That's where I would play him for the second half. But what I would do is I would definitely bring on Jesus, because that will give you a focal point going forwards. As that touch map shows you there, they need to have more touches in the box. It's as simple as that. That final third was bare. You remember we saw the touch map yesterday, and it was like someone had the measles. There were red dots everywhere. They're not there on the Blasters.
Milos Drincic has been busy, but if you look at the number of passes that were incomplete, more than 50 passes for both the teams incomplete.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. That's why I said it's a bit of a hot potato. No side put 5 passes together in that first 45 minutes. So that'll be very, very frustrating for both coaches. But this is as close as Punjab came. They're not really tested and given problems to Sachin in goal as well. So both sides guilty when they're getting into that final third of just lacking that little bit of cutting edge, that little bit of quality, that little bit of calmness.
Let's talk about some bright spots as well for the defenders or the defensive midfielders. Has it been a good game for them? Kerala Blasters have won all their tackles, 10 out of 10. So there is a little positive somewhere in there, but goals win you games, of course.
Well done. And then you just said to me a few moments ago how many incomplete passes. So, yeah, you're doing well by winning that ball back and by winning your tackles, but then you're giving the ball straight back to the opponents. So it's pointless. What's the point? There's no point.
Nihal getting into some good areas. This was a good opportunity. Coming once again off the body of Drincic.
He's been the liveliest player on the pitch so far, Nihal Sudesh. He's caused all sorts of problems down that left-hand side. And again, you can see here, there's just lack of dots in and around that box as well. So you've got to turn around and say that both sides, these are successful passes. Both sides need to have that quality going into the final third. But look how many more touches there are there in that final third than there were for the Kerala Blasters. So a very much a midfield game today's been. They're not bad at the back either, by the way. They're not allowing them to get at them.
Looking confident, Punjab. These are the changes available. Jesus Jimenez has already played a couple of games in the Super League 1 in Greece, so he is fresh.
Just bring in 8 and 9. It's as simple as that. Get Vibin on the pitch because you need someone who can hold on to the ball, who can have that creativity. And Jesus Jimenez needs to come on as well. Let's see what he's got and what he can do.
Luka Marchan also available, just in case Panos wants to make a change, along with Azmir wearing the number 7. He could be an exciting talent. Leon Augustine as well can run down the right. So Punjab have pace and trickery on the bench and the ability to finish chances as well.
It'll be interesting to see what changes are made because the Kerala Blasters, it doesn't get easier for them, does it? Because they're at home to East Bengal in their next game, and then it's that long trip all the way up to the northeast, one of the longest journeys they'll have this season to take on Wambanali's northeast side.
And the return of Diamantakos is up next. As for Punjab, they face off Odisha. Odisha also will be desperate to win, but that game is in Delhi.
Yeah, that's going to be their home form. Can they make something happen? That's going to be very, very interesting.
Jesus Jimenez is going to come on for Kwame Pepra. And that means things could change. And they could change very quickly, as they usually do in Kochi.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. And it just tells you something as well about Mikel Stare, that he's not afraid to make changes when you need to do that. He's doing it at half-time to ensure that he gets a good run at that second 45 minutes.
So a new striker for Kerala Blasters and a result hanging in the balance. The second half, don't miss it.
Put the pedal to the floor, let's go. Slide it and we slide out. Yeah, it's time out. We about to ride out. Yeah, you know how we roll. Put the pedal to the floor, let's go.
The gang is ready to start with a bang. Watch IDFC First Bank India vs Bangladesh starts 19th September. Live on Jio Cinema and Sports 18.
There's geometry to racing. It all starts at a point. The arcs, the angles, a ballet of speed and strategy. The line between control and chaos. A razor's edge. A spectacle of speed, which ends at the same point. Watch the geometric mastery of racing. Watch MotoGP, only on Jio Cinema.
Watch BWF Championship live on Jio Cinema and Sports 18.
The oldest trophy in international sport, the America's Cup.
Solid, boys.
Get ready to ignite your passion with Yamaha MotoGP. Feel the rush of speed, the finesse of precision, and the pulse-pounding adrenaline of every race. Yamaha R15 proudly co-presents MotoGP. Watch it exclusively on Geo Cinema. Yamaha R15. We are racing perfection.
It's Gambhir's test debut again. First test series as coach. It's India's test, but an exam for Gambhir. Will Rohit and company clear their exams? Watch IDFC First Bank India vs Bangladesh Test Series. Starts 19 September. Live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.
Kochi wants to watch a goal. Taking time out of Onam, the biggest festival. They have come to this stadium to celebrate, to watch the first game of the new Indian Super League campaign. Vibin Mohanan and Jesus Jimenez will be coming on for Ayman and Kwame Pepra.
No surprise for me. He needed to have that focal point, which is why Jesus has come on, and he needs someone in the middle of the park to get hold of the ball and keep it, and that is why Vibin has come on. Interesting. We called for the changes. He's bold enough and brave enough to make those changes. Let's see if that changes the fortunes now of the Blasters in this second half.
Jesus Jimenez has played with Igor Angulo at Polish club Gornik Zabrze, scoring 12 goals in a campaign in which Angulo scored 16, and he has in the past in his career scored a hat-trick on opening day of the season. Just trying to get every fact that points towards the fact that we will watch a goal tonight.
Well, there's somebody on the pitch that came on at half-time and scored a hat-trick in the second half last season, and that was Noah Saduri. So come on, Jimenez, do the business, son. Get the ball in the box, get some touches up there, and let's see if the Blasters can turn this around for themselves. I think that Punjab will be very happy. That's why they've not made any changes. The way that they played that first half, very calculated. No questions, we're away from home, opening day of the season. They've kept it safe, they've kept it sound. It's up to the Blasters to make this happen.
Off we go then. Punjab confident. Have the challenge of facing a new striker now, and the brilliant passing ability of Vibin Mohanan. You can sense the demands from the crowd.
It's quite interesting as well. Vibin's playing very high up the field of play, almost alongside Jimenez.
Indian Super League app on iOS and Android is quite interesting. Lots of previews, lots of statistics, exclusive interviews as well.
I don't know whether he got caught or whether he just went to ground. We saw one yesterday, didn't we? In Odisha. I just felt he was tripped. Mohamed saved just right behind Nihal. Just caught him. No malice in that at all. Wasn't a kick out or anything, just both players trying to sprint and go for the ball.
You can predict the score as well. The scoreline predictor is live.
0-0.
This one would be quite interesting to predict. I was just about to tell you.
Record-breaking curler Blasters if it's 0-0.
Don't go on Twitter tonight.
I don't go on it anymore.
Been told that Mikel Starwe is not that great at tech, but he will have to get better at social media as head coach of the Blasters. He likes a book more than a phone. Needs all the knowledge to get this result.
Again, a little bit scrappy right at the start of this second half. Both sides just turning over the ball again and again and again.
Just kept in play. Slight urgency now in the second half, and why not? It is required.
Yeah, they need to do something different. Did see them very, very early in the start of the second half, just a minute or two ago, all pressing high up the field of play.
Vibin. Beautiful ball for Rahul KP. Sets up Sandeep. Just spun inside again. Here's Noah. Noah's cross towards Jimenez.
Sandeep just a little bit too overzealous in that challenge there. I think it was the one before the referee was thinking of blowing the whistle but tried to play an advantage. So there you go, the first touch in the box. It's a lovely little touch as well from Rahul KP. Just wouldn't sit down for him though, which is why he teed up Sandeep with a cross.
Nice little discussion with Rahul KP, between Rahul KP rather and a fan, that happened at the event. And the Kerala Blasters squad is always announced before every season. An honest exchange in terms of what the demands are, not just from the team, not just from the head coach, but even from a local star like Rahul KP.
No, exactly. There's a little bit more pressure on him to perform as well.
Another fine touch. Argument with the referee because he thinks Abhishek was too tight to him.
Well, as a defender, you've got that right to go as close as you want. You've just got to be careful that you don't get rolled. Wingers or wide players aren't happy with that.
Good interception from Vibin. Yes, Koef.
Just watching the movement of Vibin there, always trying to make himself available. He was running in between white shirts so that he's available for a pass.
Drincic over the top. Noah. That ball just went out. Noah can't believe it.
He has drifted out onto that left-hand side now, Noah Sadui, hasn't he? That's where we wanted to see him from the start of the game. Now they've got the focal point with Jesus Jimenez. Full ball across the line.
Vinny Thrai quickly out of his feet. Jesus Jimenez. Into Novoselic with a sliding challenge.
Nice little turn from him, let him roll the ball across his body and then try to make inroads.
And what does a team do in a situation like this, especially from the back line? Yes, of course, we demand more from the midfielders, from the wingers, from the striker possibly, but it must be frustrating to be a defender in a situation like this.
It is. You want to protect your clean sheet. There's no doubt about that. But you do want your strikers and you want your midfielders going forwards to create opportunities and chances. So sometimes you've just got to get hold of someone and give them a right volley. Have a go at them and say, are you going to put it in today? Can we do something? So maybe it's just a verbal thing between the players that's needed.
Noah. It's the first good cross into the box. In fact, the second one, Noah with the first one in the first half, and now one for Jimenez.
Well, there you go, 7 minutes into the second half, and that is an opportunity and a chance. Jimenez does well because he just tries to drag Novoselic out of position and then make that run to the near post. Just a little bit too close to the keeper. Much better. That's much better from the Blasters.
Koef gave in to the temptation.
It's going to be their first corner as well.
He's feeling it.
They didn't deal with it, did they? Far too much time and space there for Koef.
A first corner for Kerala Blasters in the 54th minute. Noah takes it, top spin on that, easy for Ravi Kumar.
Yeah, the zone marking working on that occasion. You know, and I have to be honest, I'm not a great fan of zonal marking, purely and simply because it's players that score goals, but when you put it that close to the keeper, you can just protect your keeper if you've got those zonal areas, because you just step in the way of the strikers, and that's exactly what happened there. So an easy take for the keeper.
Nihal Sudesh has been quiet in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Hasn't been troubled, Ravi Kumar.
Hasn't had to make a save. But we've got to be fair and honest, neither has Sachin.
Abhishek. Jesus Jimenez.
That's what they didn't have in the first half. Be able to play the ball into a focal point and then all move up and be able to play. That's why they're playing better this second 45 minutes, the Blasters.
Bibin. There's Jimenez again, linking up play.
Sometimes as players you hear that attack, 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 and you just try and launch the ball forwards to try and make something happen. And that's exactly what's just gone on there.
Punjab are happy with this. The Blasters keep giving the ball back to them. Odisha won't do that.
No, then they've got Hyderabad, obviously, then Bengaluru.
Nikhil Prabhu continuing to make interceptions. Had 39 in the previous campaign, the most by any player. 10 more than Preetham Kotal, who was second on that list and is playing for Kerala Blasters, is on the pitch right now. We've spoken about how Kerala Blasters needed Jimenez on the pitch. But do Punjab also need Luka Marchand, because Bakenga has had 56, 57 minutes.
Yeah, we may see that change in a little while as well, because he knows what it's all about. But again, it's no surprise he brings on Jimenez, he brings on Vibin, and all of a sudden, Kerala Blasters look a different side.
Has got Danish Farooq as well on the bench, just in case.
A little tester there for Sachin. Dealt with it well. And you can see drifting out into the left-hand side, Noah Saduri, as he always likes to.
Vineet into the box towards Bakenga. Sachin came out.
Easy pickings, really, for the keeper in the end. Just dinked a little bit too far.
Sahif missing out. Nihal Sudhish picks it up. He's got 3 for company. Tackle coming in from Freddie.
Important one. Sometimes you've just got to make sure that you track all the way back in, and that's exactly what Freddie does. Stayed on his feet, didn't dive or lunge in. Nihal, as we mentioned earlier, has been one of the liveliest players on the pitch.
Vineet. Novoselic. Vibin, beautifully done. There's Noah. Asking for support. Noah goes on his own, draws a save from Ravi Kumar.
And that's why you play him on the left-hand side, because that's what he can do.
Rahul KP. Now Pritam Kotal finding Noah.
And a little interesting one for you from our stat boys again, Puller. Just up until about now, Kerala Blasters 55, Punjab 53. That's losing possession in the middle of the park. Now you compare that to the entire game of Odisha and Chennai. It was 58 for Odisha, 42 for Chennai. So they've already surpassed that in this game.
Bakenga. Challenge came in from Sahif.
That's a foul for me. He's got away with that. Sahif's got away with that.
Sandeep. Frustration from Rahul KP.
Let's have a look again. He's in behind him, the arm's up there, he's tripped him, he's caught him. That's a free kick. Watch, he goes across him. He has made contact. And Noah, just a little bit earlier on, caught that sweetly. That's flying in the corner. I'll tell you, that's a good save as well from Ravi Kumar. Coming back in. Good strong wrists to push it away to safety. Don't mind that. I like a keeper that comes and commands his box. The communication with the defenders. Drincic just steps across so the striker can't get there. Positive from Sachin.
Noah. Jimenez. He's so good to watch.
Was that the guile we were on about in the first half? Just the composure on the ball.
The Starry now animated, but not in an angry way, in a hopeful way.
And he's just having a little quiet word with Vibin there. Wants a little bit more from him. There's your top sprinter of the night so far. And the other side, it's Rahul as well. So they are having a go. And Nihal in third place. So all the wingers getting themselves forwards, but you know why they're at the top of the sprint charts? Because they've got to sprint all the way back to help the defenders as well.
Still lacking service, Bakenga. I wonder whether Olympus will want Luka Marchand to come on, just to give a bit of a taste about what this team looks like with him.
It's a very workmanlike team. It's a unit, and I think we saw that under Stikos at the end of his tenure from January onwards, and I think that that's been retained in the core of the team.
Vibin is looking for that run of Jimenez. It'll be interesting to see what Mohammedan Sporting put out on the pitch tomorrow as well, tactically.
I can't wait. I can't wait. The newest team in the ISL family. It'll be interesting and intriguing to see how they fare tomorrow.
Koef.
Please subscribe everyone for next live.
Kotal.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Those are once in a lifetime. If you ever get the half chance to do that. He's some way out there. He's a good 40, 45 yards. Decides to have a little bit of
Everyone, please subscribe.
pulling it wide.
He's probably had less than 10 shots with his feet in his entire career.
I remember him scoring a goal with a header and winning the man of the match a couple of seasons ago. But not there.
Noah.
But the passing, the movement's better this second half. But again, it's just that final third that they're lacking a little bit.
Vidal.
And they're working hard defensively as well, the Blasters.